Alright, PSVR 2 physical games and new games. I'm Michael. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel and you will become a fan. I hope so. Okay, there was like a VR showcase, presentation, whatever you want to call it. So they showed off some brand new games. But before I get to that, let's get to some of the games that we already know about. Alright, Horizon Call the Mountain appears to be getting a physical copy, but it's through PlayAsia only so far. Now, will that change when it gets closer to launch on February 22nd? It's possible, or it may not be physically nowhere else. So if you desire a physical copy, then you'll have to get it through PlayAsia for Call of the Mountain, the new Horizon game, exclusively to PlayStation VR 2. Or if you just, what the heck, I'm just going to download it and I don't want to deal with that mess, well, just download it then. But physical copy, PlayAsia. Next game is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. A physical copy is happening. It's advertised on Amazon. I don't remember the release date for it, to be honest, but I know this Walking Dead game digitally for sure is coming out on launch on February 22nd. Next game is Gran Turismo 7. If you own a physical copy on PS5, just stick it into your console and then you'll get the free update on launch on February 22nd. And you can play the whole game in PlayStation VR 2. So, that's pretty cool. Next game is Resident Evil 8 Village. I have the physical copy for PS5, the Gold Edition. And it's getting a free update. So you can play the game completely in VR 2. That's amazing that it's free. Oh, that's really good. Alright. Next game, I guess we'll start talking about the games at this VR presentation. I think it was called Prep VR Games or something like that was the presentation. So you can just type it in and you should be able to watch the presentation. Alright, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition was originally on the MetaQuest 2, I think. I can't remember. But this Enhanced Edition is going to be exclusive to the PlayStation VR 2. It's going to have better graphics, better lighting, and all that stuff. So it's just going to be the overall better version of the game. The digital version is going to be at launch February 22nd. But if you desire that physical copy, you're going to have to wait a little bit. April 7th for the physical copy for PlayStation VR 2. That kind of sucks. That really does, especially if you're a physical collector. Like I prefer physical games over digital as much as possible. But if you don't care, then you just want to go ahead and start playing it, then you'd be good to go on February 22nd. Next game is a game I never even heard of before. Song in the Smoke. It was originally on the PlayStation 4, PSVR 1. I think it might have been on PC VR or something. I can't remember what they said in the presentation. But this is the rekindled version, which is basically an enhanced version, but they're calling it rekindled. So Song in the Smoke Rekindled is coming to PlayStation VR 2 digitally on February 22nd. Physical March 17th. It's kind of like a hunting game. It's looking pretty good, actually. So if you're interested in that. Plus, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but there's a free upgrade for if you own it for PSVR 1 disc. If there was a disc, I'm not sure. Digital copy of the game, you can upgrade it for free on launch, so that's pretty cool. Alright, next is, are you a fan of the Madison horror game on PS5? I think it was available on Xbox as well. But the Madison game is getting a brand new game. It doesn't appear to be free as far as I can tell for right now. It's coming soon. Madison VR is coming to PlayStation VR 2 sometime this year in 2023. Don't have a release date. We don't know if it's going to be strictly digital or if it's going to be physical also. We don't know just yet, but maybe that physical copy will happen since Madison was so popular. Now it's getting a VR title as well. Alright, next game is, can't pronounce it too well, Desperate. VLADIVOSTOK. I don't know. I can't say that word. It's coming to PlayStation VR 2. It's going to be a physical release. I don't remember about the gameplay of it, to be honest. But there's a physical copy happening, which is really, really cool. It's always great to have that physical copy if possible. But I don't think it was a game that I was really going to be interested in. I don't know. I have to look at it some more. So we'll see. Alright, next game is another horror title. Afterlife VR is coming to PlayStation VR 2. It's going to have some shooter elements in it and also puzzles. It's coming sometime this year in 2023. Don't have a exact release date. Don't know if it's going to be strictly digital or physical only. Or physical also. We don't know just yet. So, alright, next game is Ghost of Tubar. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Is coming to PlayStation VR 2 Q3 of this year. So it's going to be the third quarter of this year of 2023. It's like it kind of looks like it's a Call of Duty, COD, if you want to say it like that, short shooting game. So that's coming to PlayStation VR 2 sometime this year. Next is another game I'm not going to be able to pronounce too well. It's an anime style game. Let's see, how am I going to say this? DYSCHRONIA. Chronos Alternate. I think it has something to do with they were in a hospital or stuff, and these patients were injured, and you can work on them and heal them and stuff like that. So it's probably not going to be a game for me. Launching digitally on February 22nd, launch day. Physical copy on March 10th. Next is a pretty cool game right here. I might look into it for a specific reason, which I'm going to soon talk about. The game is Sith Riders Remastered. It's a rhythm music game. Now, what's interesting about it, that interests me specifically, is Lindsey Sterling, the famous dancing violinist. She's going to have a music pack experience, which is going to be available for free on launch on February 22nd through March 22nd. So if you so desire to get this game and you want to get Lindsey Sterling's music in the game for free, then that will be your chance to get the music for free. And so like I said, for that pack on February 22nd is also the launch day for the game itself, February 22nd, but the physical copy is March 17th for Sith Riders Remastered. It kind of looked like Beat Sabers, but it's not Beat Sabers. It's just similar to it. Alright, next is Cave Digger 2. Dig Harder. That's the name of the game. So it kind of looks like you're digging in some caves. There also was some action, like it was kind of like it was like action packed. So it's not just like digging in caves. There's some action elements to it as well. It's looking kind of interesting. I may end up checking it out. Digital on launch February 22nd. Physical on March 3rd. So, plus, if you already own it on PlayStation VR 1/PS4, you're going to get a free update on launch. So that's pretty cool. Next was a nice little surprise. And I also forgot about a game, but I'll talk about that one after this one. This nice little surprise was VR Skater. This one's going to be really trippy. It's going to probably mess with you a little bit. If you ever played a regular skateboarding game like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or anything like that, try to imagine that. If you've ever played VR, imagine that in VR. You cannot see your body. You're just seeing the controllers and the skateboard, and you're playing the game like that in VR. It's going to be really trippy. You're doing tricks and stuff, and you're jumping over buildings. It's just, it looks insane. But it also looks like it's going to be pretty fun as well. Coming sometime this year in 2023. So, don't know if it's going to be straight up digital only or it's going to be a physical copy. We don't know. Alright, the game I forgot about. I should have talked about it before I talked about the games at that presentation. And that was all the games at the Prep VR Games presentation. Last game is No Man's Sky. If you enjoyed that game after it's been updated and gotten better now, with the physical copy on PS5 or digital, however you want to do it, if you've already owned it, you're going to get a free update on launch on February 22nd for No Man's Sky PlayStation VR 2. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments which of these games are you interested in playing. Are you just not interested in PlayStation VR 2? Please let me know that also down in the comments. But this is PlayStation VR 2 physical games and new games as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright, I had a lot of fun. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, bye.